Hello and welcome. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for all you're doing and filling out the cards, having your dinner here. Great to have you here. We're going to get started with the podcast. So, welcome. This is George. I'm with RestoreLiberty.us here at the farm. And we're just going to talk about a couple of the key issues for what's going on in 13 days. Actually, 12 if you want to talk about today's pretty much over. So the first thing on the list to talk about is issue 1. We've said a few things about that in the past. The main concern with issue 1 is it's forced gerrymandering. And so what gerrymandering means is drawing districts specifically so a certain party wins. So in 2015 and 2017, here in Ohio, we passed legislation to stop gerrymandering. And the exact text of those rules basically says you can't split up neighborhoods. So if you think about it, what does Over the Rhine have in common with Green Township? Nothing. So they should be in separate districts. So the idea is you don't want to split up neighborhoods. Originally, it was the idea that they tried to split minority neighborhoods up so that they never ever got a voice in Congress. This is kind of doing the exact opposite. What issue 1 does is it says, listen, in this presidential election, the Republicans are going to win the presidential by 10 points or 8 points. Therefore, Ohio is a 55-45 state. And therefore, if our congressional seats are not 55-45, then obviously we're cheating. But that's not true. And the reason it's not true is if you look behind me right now, you can see the map of Ohio from 2020. These are the precincts that voted Republican in red and Democrat in blue. And what you'll notice, there are 7 blue dots in the entire state. The rest of the state is red. Now, what's interesting about this is the blue dots are like 80% Democrat. That's how they get the 55-45 split at the state level, is the cities are densely Democrat. There are very, very few Republicans. And what issue 1 says is the way to get the 45-55 is you grow and you put all of the cities into the suburbs. So what you're going to see is District 3 of Cincinnati is going to be smeared across all of Delhi, all of a part of Colerain. And so they're going to start trying to swap out all of the suburbs and the rural areas with the urban vote. So basically, issue 1 is forced gerrymandering. In other words, they say you have to draw the districts so that the Democrat-Republican ratio for the entire state is reflected in how you draw the lines. The problem is when you look at the map, there are very, very, very few blue areas. The entire state's red. The other problem we have with issue 1 is that it is an unelected group of 15, so there's no way to unelect them. They are in there for life. They have unlimited money. You cannot say no. Whatever they need to draw the lines, you must give them. And there is no way to get rid of them. Totally unaccountable. So once these 15 are selected, and they have to come up with this 55-45 split, there's no way to get rid of them. So Michigan did a really similar thing, and the people in Michigan that ran that campaign are now coming out and saying Ohio better not do this because the results have been horrible. So you have to worry about what's happening at the presidential level. You have to worry about what's happening with Bernie Moreno versus, the communist that is his opponent. You have to worry about Orlando Sanza versus, again, his opponent is the most liberal guy in Congress right now. Joke, right? Orlando's in the house. Thanks, Orlando. So, we have to be careful about all those big races. But as far as what's the biggest thing in Ohio right now, it's issue 1. So I ask everyone on your way out of here tonight, grab a vote no on issue 1 sign. If you don't have them, get in touch with me. It's info@restoreliberty.us or give me a call at 513-400-5832. Go to restoreliberty.us, get in touch. We will get you whatever signs you need. I see people that have asked for signs and they magically appeared in their yards. We will deliver. We'll be back in a minute to talk a little bit about what are your reasons for voting for Kamala versus Donald.